Welcome to Pins and Things! Today we're going to be making this awesome Jedi costume. So the first thing you're going to need for this costume are some tan pants. The next thing you're going to need is a plain white shirt. What we've done here is it actually used to be just a normal round neck shirt, and we just sliced right there. And you can even see that we folded it down over here and over here, and then went along this and hemmed it. You are also going to need a bearded man, and I got me one of those. So this costume is really based off of Obi-Wan Kenobi's look. The next thing we have is actually a thermal shirt. We just bought this at Walmart. It used to have buttons right here, and what we've really done is just hemmed it in a V shape so that we can just take that and simply fold it underneath, and it gives us the right look for the next layer. This next part is probably the most tricky out of the whole thing. And what we decided to do with this next piece is basically cut out a gigantic rectangle. The way that we figured out how long it needed to be, we looked at all of the pictures online and decided that it needed to come down to just right about the middle of his thigh in the front and the back. So we needed that entire length over the shoulder and down. The next length we needed for the rectangle was from his shoulder seam here to his shoulder seam on the other side. So the next part for this, figuring out how big of a neck he had to be able to make it go around at the perfect spot. And that just took a little bit of adjusting. We cut a smaller loop first to make sure that it wasn't going to be too big, because you can always cut it bigger, but you can't make it smaller. That's what we did. We just cut it a little bit, and if it didn't fit, then we cut it a little bit more until it was the right size, and then we went ahead and hemmed around the edge. If you'll notice, this used to hang straight, but we didn't want it to hang like that because that's not how it is with Obi-Wan's costume. So what we did here is we made two small tucks. It's like a triangle from this side, it's bigger, to right here. It didn't even make it all the way to the end. About 2/3 of the way through this, and what that's doing is making it so it's not hanging completely straight, but it's more like his costume where it has two separate panels that hang down. So this next piece is just a rectangle. That's all it is. It's about 6 inches wide and as long as he is wide. So we hemmed it all along the sides, and then the part that's just making it really super simple is the Velcro. So we don't have to make any hook and eyes or do anything like that, and we just have the Velcro so that it can loop over just like this. Ta-da! We want the Velcro to go in the back so that it doesn't show up. The last thing to top it all off is just to add a brown belt to the middle panel. And again, just put the buckle on the back of the costume. Awesome! The boots that we found are just plain brown boots, and they go up to almost his knee. Here is your Padawan, Obi-Wan. A baby Jedi! Are you a youngling? He looks more like Pikachu right now. So this is pretty much the whole outfit. And now let's add the cloak from my other video. Ta-da! He's all done. This is actually a very simple costume. It consists of a lot of things that you can just find at a thrift store or something that you might already have. Other than the cloak, which you can watch my tutorial to find out over here. If you want to see some awesome behind the scenes where we wear these costumes, you can watch the beach house over here. Make sure to subscribe if you like. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we will see you guys next time. Oh, it's so hot in here. The hair's a little crazy. That's okay, you should leave it in. You should leave that. Don't ask me why, I don't know why. I just want to do that.